You know what the most interesting that I've found on this journey of becoming a coach, showing up on social media, creating content, is that when you're right at the beginning of anything, like say when I was an accountant and I'm a graduate accountant, there's always like the beginner's phase, like the absolute beginners. Like, you know, your first week of work, your first month of work, there's always like this leeway of like, you feel like you can ask anything, say anything stupid, it doesn't matter because no one's judging you because you're new. And then as you're like half year into like your job or half year into your new chosen career, then you've put up this new identity of who you are, and now you feel like you have an expectation to show up to be that person. And with this comes with all sorts of challenges because now you don't want to feel like a fraud or like that what do people call that, like what can I think of that word? Oh, imposter syndrome. Well, people think of imposter syndrome, right? Because they're like, I don't feel like I am meeting the expectation of who people think I am, even though all of this thought is actually from yourself and you have no idea what people think about you. When it comes to like a job, I definitely think when you're like half a year in and when you're 1 year into your job, there's like more and more of that. I really feel that ramp up because it's like all the questions I wanted to ask, I feel like, damn it, I should have asked earlier. I should have asked when I was like 2 months in, 3 months in. I should have asked earlier. I feel like that after tips over 6 months and you ask like stupid question, you don't want to get caught out asking stupid questions, so you like almost don't ask any questions. And by not asking questions, now you don't have the answer. They actually don't know how to do your job properly if you don't ask. And then sometimes there's like only certain people you can ask because not that many people have the answer to that question you're seeking. So it's not like you can go ask a junior staff. Oh, and that's another problem. My last job, I was hired as a team lead. So there's also that, in that if I'm a team lead, why am I asking people more junior than me for the answers? Because I feel like if I do that, I place myself in a position that I'm inferior. And if I'm feeling inferior, then my perception is that they will think, well, why am I listening to you? Why are you my boss if I know more than you? Not sure if that's what's in the head. Could be delusional. But I definitely think there's a logic to that, right? If you're in a higher position, you should kind of know more, at least in a general sense. And that was one of the challenges when I didn't have the same level of peers that could help me out, or like a boss who was really nice. I really liked my boss. Just really busy boss. So the contact time, there wasn't a lot. And I guess I didn't want to be bothering them because of that. They already like really stressed in their role with all sorts of things that goes on at work, right? And I want to be the person that'll be able to. I've always been the person that wants to solve problem, and so that I fend off as much issues away from management so that I can take care of them. That's always been like how I like working, to solve problems. And so yeah, this not wanting to ask question thing becomes a real problem if you're in a superior position, or if you've been in an organization long enough and you feel like you've kind of like missed your boat on asking questions. So when it comes to your own business now, like being a coach, there's that kind of insecurity also then comes into play, right? If we show up as an authoritative figure, as a coach, as some expert in your field, and you feel like every video is going to get judged, like every word that comes out of your mouth is going to be judged. It's like, oh, well, if you say this thing wrong, or if you're not communicating in this way, then why am I listening to you? There's the whole of that. That's why so many people was afraid to jump on videos and create content and stuff like that, right? Because of the criticism that they will face. It's I don't so much think it's the fear of talking to a camera, right? Like talking to this inanimate object in front of me. That's not the fear. The fear is putting this video into a space where you could get attacked. And if you didn't want to, then how many times do you take it? Then it'll be like, oh, it's a waste of time if I have to keep like editing my videos. So I'm just gonna not edit any of my videos. I'm just gonna do it as one take, and whatever comes out, comes out. I'm literally going to take Evan Carmichael's advice for me, in that showing up is just about doing the reps, because no one cares about or watching it anyway. What I'm an expert in, I will show up when I'm teaching that. But for now, I'm just literally putting the reps in to get comfortable being on YouTube. Because talking for a long duration, uncut, is very different than making the short form content for the other social media platform. Like creating an IG reel of 1.5 minutes or creating a YouTube short of 1.5 minutes, it's so much easier because you literally can just take a video, cut a few things, throw it up. There's not that much judgment that can go through that. But when you're on YouTube doing longer form content, then there's like, it's like you're leaving, I feel like you're leaving yourself open to all sorts of attacks potentially, right? But anyway, this is me showing up and doing my reps, and I hope you guys are doing it too. Because a whole bunch of us put our hands up. I'm going to throw the clip and show you. A whole bunch of us put our hands up.
Who's committed? Who's committed to your goals for the next 6 weeks? Whatever that is for you. Wow.